Second part of bike setup for me is suspension. So once you get your cockpit sorted out and your seat height, also that goes without saying, don't have your seat riding up your ass if you're trying to ride down hills. If you've got a pop-up seat, have it nice and low so it's always out of the way. You're better off having it low to suit you on the downs than having it higher to suit you on the climbs, because you don't want to get bucked off on the fun stuff. Suspension. So RockShox have got on their forks, not on their shocks, but on their forks, they've got this little weight recommendation for the air values in your fork if you've got an air fork. So pump it up to whatever your weight is and start with that. With the back end, you kind of want to go more looking at sag. And again, you only use sag as a starting reference point. So this has got markers on it, which makes it nice and easy. Aiming between 20 and 30% sag. Set it up there. Set your rebound. Have a play in the car park with your rebound. Slow it down until it just becomes almost inactive, almost not playful, and then click it back on once until it just becomes playful again. So it's kind of rebounding back and forth freely without being fast and not so slow that it's wallowing. Try that front and back, see how it feels, and then you can click back and forth either way. With the air pressure, same story as setting up the cockpit. Find a spot on a trail that's nice and rough, pretty much whatever your local trail is, whatever you ride the most. Find the fastest, roughest part of that trail, and set your suspension up to that. So if you're coming in and you're feeling like you're not using enough travel, or the hits are really hard, take a little bit of pressure out. So just the amount of pressure you take out is just attaching the pump and then detaching the pump. So wind it all on until you get a reading and then detach it. On the front fork you'll probably lose about 5 or 6 psi. On the back you'll probably lose 10. And then try again, and if it feels a bit better, you're on the right track, and you can do that again until you find that sweet spot. Make sure you're keeping, as you take air out, you want to click the rebound up a little bit, but keep in mind that a little bit of air won't make a lot of difference. A lot of air will. So just stay on top of that rebound stuff there. Compression, leave it almost all the way open to start with. You can fiddle with that once you get your sag, your air pressures right. So yeah, again, find a fast, rough spot on your trail, sprint into it, keep fine-tuning that suspension until you find that sweet spot on the front, you find the sweet spot on the back. Then you can move on confident that your suspension's doing what it needs to be doing, so you're getting the most out of the bike there as well, which is something a lot of people kind of oversee as well. So just another handy little hint. And tyre pressure, I personally try and stick to about 28 front and back. Gives me good resistance from the wheels flexing, the tyres flexing across the rim, and also still gives plenty of compliance on the rough stuff, so you can carry speed instead of just getting bumped and bucked. So yeah, 28 to 30 if you're real heavy, 30, 31, but I don't know, I don't really see much merit in going much higher than that. But I can't speak for the heavier guys, so I'm 70 kilos myself, or 72, 73 with a full kit on.